Hi, buddy. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Let's go ahead and get back in here.
The council's
Okay, so we were not able to scare them off. They have Saurus, a lot of Saurus. All sorts of different stripes, but at the end of the day, they're all Saurus. A couple of skinks, so... I mean, that's a pretty spooky army. They may or may not have the Saurus upgrades, do they? Hard to tell because they get so many free chevrons. I think they probably do.
Stink of betrayal strong.
Okay, so we have 3 turns. That's a tier 1 weapon team, but that's still enough to get us these bombardiers, which would be very important. Flayers would also be good in a few turns. So, you know, last time we had thought about, okay... Do we go for growth? Yeah, I mean, the growth also gives you movement in the whole province. So, I think we pretty much have... We're pricing to go in growth there. 2 turns, we get the Scheme of Doom. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to hunker down and recruit. Remember I said this wasn't like a super good deal at the time, but I think since we're going to be chilling and since we've got the public order stabilized here, that's probably a good idea. Now, as far as techs go, volatile plans, we need arsenal, which is going to be several turns. So I think what we want to do is just try to get forced march here. That is going to cost us 4 more food, which is not fantastic.
Doom decay.
And you really need to keep being aggressive as Skaven. We could try to get peace with these guys.
My will be your presence here, Angus.
More sleep shines.
Now, one thing we could try. What do they have down here? They got some pretty good stuff, I think.
Keep Gracia scum away.
It'd be risky, but one thing we could try is to hand off all of this artillery to him, and then have him try to come down here and take care of this by himself, and then we can give like fresh units over to him.
What?
Okay, so I think we're definitely going to sit here for a turn. It's like, can we afford that? Can we go into the red, like, maybe 3 into the red? If we can do Plague Claw Catapult, hire like 4 of those here. We're waiting 3 turns anyways on these things. So we might as well hire like 3 Plague Claws. These just are not worth their cost right now.
Let the bell scream.
So we could hire 3 Plague Claws, maybe 4 Plague Claws. Do we need 4? I think 3 might be appropriate. It's like they kind of run out of steam after they kill the towers. Feels like they run out of a little bit of steam, so then we could put in some weapons teams.
All hail Hornet Rat.
Like 3 Plague Claws, maybe 3 Deathglow Bombardiers, because they have a better, like, a better arc, I believe, so that when we clean out the top, the rafters there with the Plague Claw catapults, and they just have those little battalions sitting down, I believe we'll be able to walk up the Deathglow Bombardiers and have them just hurl their globes over the walls and do more damage. And then the Doom Flayers, if we have like 2 or 3 of those, we should be able to roll in and take those out. And he also has magic, so you can summon lots of rats behind him to help out. And he has the Vortex spell to help out with that too. So I think that's kind of what we want to do here. Grab 3 of those, and we're going to go into the red. But if we get our army strong enough, I believe we can maybe start working 2 different fronts. Maybe. Like maybe harassing these dwarves. We'll see. Now these are not as good as the clan rats, but at the end of the day, these don't do that much. I mean, yeah, they are better statistically. They're significantly better. But most of our work is going to be these catapults. 3 is running light. I would prefer to have 4, but if I'm running bombardiers, maybe that's better. And the buboes. I'm not really sure. Back in the day, it used to just be all catapults, 4 catapults. But if we're running bombardiers and we want to run some of the snipers, then...
Challenge me! Settlers to Scapamat! Queek.
We've got 5 here.
I
mean, we could hand off one of these. We could hand off, like, the Warp Lightning Cannon or something, maybe, to him.
Envoy of council.
Even it out.
This is mine.
Okay.
Mine.
So that seems alright. Qatar, do we want to do anything here? This doesn't have any resources. But we could throw down, like, some public order or something and try to stabilize. I guess that's fine. We can cancel it if we need to in a few turns. Okay. Diplomacy. Everybody hates us. Check. Actually, Henry's coming around.
Bow before your king. What tribute do you offer the great king of Nehekara?
Nehekara. Sounds so much better than my, dopey accent.
I am ready. Why do come? What can we
We haven't
accept?
bumped our 3,300 off of them. Okay. Another thought is, do we want to send the assassin up to start relations with the other Skaven? I think not. I think not. We can use our hero, the other guy, the special one we're going to get in 2 turns. We can send him over there, even though it's a long journey. It may ultimately be worth it. Okay. Y'all just go next. Stuff snatchers. So to combat the Saurus, which we were just talking about, bombardiers will help. The flayers will be really good. I think some of those Saurus have spears. In fact, I know some of them do. The bubo, the snipers will help. Keep wanting them called the buboes, but that's the special ones. So that's like natty buboes, whatever. But the snipers will certainly help out. I don't think we're gonna do the rattling guns. I mean, it's possible, but why'd they break that? Did they die? I'm not sure why they're... It looked like they were mad at me, too. Maybe they're just treacherous. I don't know. Stuff snatchers are gone. Forced march. Okay. Happy populace. What's up with that, man? Huh. That's weird.
I hunt.
Oh. Okay, so we can't have a military access agreement because they don't have a settlement. That's what it is, because these guys took their settlement.
Tomb King of Nehekara.
Okay. So they burned it and then they took it? I guess they helped me out by occupying it. Alright. And we're still waiting over here. 2 turns before we get to the... Yeah, 2 turns, basically. These are fine. So we're not going to have the snipers, the Giselles. But I think with the bombardiers, they'll be alright. I really, really wish the warp fire throwers weren't terrible. Because they're so cool. Like, maybe I'll run one of them just for the hell of it. But they're just not... It is not good. I wish it was more armor piercing. Like, how does warp fire not melt armor? I mean, it looks like they increased the armor piercing a little bit. The range is a little bit better, perhaps, than it once was. Or if they had just, like, a better arcing shot. 300 is so much damage for 32 units dealing 300 is, like, insane. The problem is, it's like, why would I ever go for those guys over, like, the Deathglow Bombardiers? I mean, they do triple damage, basically. So they would be, you know, potentially... And they got rid of the Contaminate debuff, though, which lowered leadership by 10. And instead they did this lower by armor by a certain amount. What is this? Warp gas. Does not affect allies. Okay, minus 10% extra stuff. That's interesting. How fast are they? They're not that fast, but they are faster than like the dwarf flamethrowers. But it's just like, why would I ever go for these over like the bombardiers? You know what I mean? Like, they're also way more expensive. But like, these have an arcing shot. Like, these are just terrible. I guess when we open up on a siege, maybe these are pretty decent. They do have more ammo. Actually, no, they have the same ammo. Like, maybe on a siege or something, if you just, like, you know, when we crack the walls, we can just walk up and just fire some warp thrower in there. Soften people up a little bit. Just the line of sight will just drive you up the wall with these guys. Maybe we'll try one out. Maybe they've buffed them since the last time I played them. I don't know. I really want them to be a thing because they just look so cool. Okay, we'll go with this. This guy's still... Now, he just occupied, so he's going to be weaker, but I still don't think we can beat him. Like, this army, there's a decent chance this army can beat him.
Chosen. I am Demon Caller.
I mean, especially with both of these here, we might be able to fight him
Need more trophies, yes.
next turn, actually. If we have 40 units versus him. Now, those Saurus are going to tear me up, though. But we'd have 7 different Plague Claw catapults. We'll see. Okay, so we got that going. All that's good. We could, in theory, trade with these.
You have the attention of the Imperium. Submit to welcome. Behold my...
More turn on that. I think we just chill.
Keep Gracia scum away. Grey harbinger of doom.
I mean, it would be kind of brash just to sort of try to run over there and take them when we're so close to, like... Well, it is going to take us... Yes, we can start... Okay, they are injured. Yeah, they're half health. I think we can get over there and fight them. Because they raised it and then occupied it, which costs, like, You know, it takes like 90% of your units when you do that. And they don't have great replenishment early. It is going to take 2 turns to hire those units, I believe. We'll see. It might even be 3 turns for Doomflayers. Not 100% about that. I'm pretty sure the Bombardiers are 2. Giselles, I don't know. That's another thing. A Warpfire Thrower, I'm almost positive, is 3 turns to hire, which is ridiculous. Like, the only thing that should cost 3 turns are, like, the huge, like, tier 5 big monster units. Like, the dragons. Okay, like, those can take 3 turns. But, like, a turn is a long time. If you have a main army there, that's basically, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 gold that you lose because you have to sit there not doing anything with your army. So usually you mule those in, which is what I call it, where you like hire just another lord to sit there and, you know, sit there and recruit those units, so that you don't have to do nothing for, you know, 3 turns with your main lord. Because sitting around doing nothing is bad. It's very bad most of the time because you're wasting the money that you're spending on upkeep and units, and you're losing like. It has such a huge opportunity cost. Because you could be conquering and taking over more stuff, you know?
I, mighty warrior champion.
Don't care about that. I mean, that stuff's okay. Let's do ballistics calibration. Which is a really, really good buff. And mobility. Upkeep minus 5% on all armies is pretty good, but do I want to pay, you know, 4 food for that? Maybe, but we are going negative on the food. Those could potentially be pretty good against lizardmen. Melee attack is just so low for a frenzied unit. They do have very high pierce, like armor piercing damage. So these are injured. I'm wondering if I could just... Well, look, if they're over there, like, waiting to pounce, I guess I can dash, or can I... Yeah, I can burrow under, I think, and get within range.
Soon. Scotty says quick. Eight Peaks is mine, mine. Attack, attack. Me superior.
Nice, got a scribe. Yes, that's gonna hurt our public order for a little bit. Local recruitment capacity plus 4. Do we need that many?
Wear no furs.
I think we don't need to hire. Give us like 10 things we can hire. I think we're fine on that. Well, we didn't finish the stuff? Okay, it's next turn.
Watch your
Okay.
back tail.
Okay, Ratling.
Stink of betrayal strong. Hold up, engineer. Magic missile. The council's voice.
Numas, you still wanna...
Find my heart. Your presence here anger.
They are getting another army together. What are these elves? Okay, these elves are getting wiped up.
Enchant. Darkness comes.
They're getting destroyed. What are these guys fighting? Court of Lybaris and Numas, okay. There's no dwarves creeping up on me. Okay. All of these are... We have all these set up. Yeah, they're all cranking. As high as we can go. Full steam ahead. Yeah.
Ring bell. Clanmores.
Can we beat that? I think we can probably beat him. We don't have a wizard yet, though, is the problem. We don't have any magic yet.
Let the bells
But...
scream, scream.
Okay, a couple of turns. We get the weapons team. And we get a wizard in a couple of turns, too. Okay, so I guess we just chill. I hate chilling. In the game. In real life, totally fine with it. Okay, let's...
Need more trophies, yes, yes.
I think we'll beat them if they come over to us. I mean, not that we have a choice at this point. We already took the town. Yeah, my wife is not a chiller. But I am. Oh, okay. About to say, are they going to step up? Nope.
More on your bones I shall if you make offer.
Military access now. Yeah, so she's always got to be running around, working on projects and things like that. I mean, I'm often doing that too, but I am much more okay with just hanging out also than she is. She feels like she always has to be doing stuff. Remember on vacation, it was like just hanging out, watching something with Rory, a cartoon with Rory. She's like, I gotta get out and go do something. I'm like, it's okay to just hang out for an hour or two. I don't know if you all can hear that.
Your conquests
or not.
strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord.
So my boy Shaquille O'Neal was doing this interview. Oh, sweet. With Yahoo Finance, which is a really cool app, by the way. It's basically like a free CNBC if you're like into investing or just trying to follow the market or manage your money or whatever. It's cool. I mean, I don't have a ton of money to manage, but it's still good, good, interesting, fun. Okay, Warpstone, Wayherd, leadership, vigor loss reduction, and melee. Okay. All right, so we got some spread here. So let's just load them up. Food. money. And more spread. Yep, they are stepping up to us over here. Going for Numas. Can we beat them with this little squad? Probably not. Probably not. How long is it? Okay, those are only 2 turns to hire. Oh, those are pretty cheap, though, because we have a lot of discounts with Queek, I guess. Yeah, we went all the way down the blue tree, which, you know, once again, I say this every campaign. If your faction, which most factions have it, get this. Get Quartermaster plus Feared and Renowned and Feared. The 24% reduction is, like, just amazingly good on Legendary. So much of Legendary is just how well you manage your money. Okay, so we could grab... want like 2 of these and 2 of these. Do I want to wait 2 turns, though? Or do I just want to go ahead and get a bunch of stuff killed? Well, we can't even get this in 1 turn. These clan rats are 25 gold each. We can get rid of this one because he's regiment. So I like to get rid of the regiments just so that later on, if we need them, we can hire them. I think I need to hand off a couple of these weapons teams, honestly.
Lightning strike. This way. Master of Seas.
So this guy's going to need some stuff, though, if we're going to try to be competitive over there. We don't have a lot of front line. Did I? Oh, I didn't put anything up last time. Put up growth.
Keep Grace's
I can't
scum
give
away.
them the storm vermin because I get a big discount on those, so I need those. So we can get rid of this and get rid of this. I either want to get rid of the Warp Lightning Cannon or... it's so much more expensive than catapults, it's crazy. Or... I think I give one of those over to this guy. So let's do...
My servant fails me.
Grace here.
These catapults are so good. Open field though.
Mighty
But...
warrior champion.
okay.
Magic stick.
So let's just like walk
Listen to
right
me,
here.
me. More heads.
We're gonna have to decide what we want to do.
Horned prophet. It speaks is mine.
And how much into the red we want to go. Anything else we want over here? We could hire this guy. The flaming stuff is actually very relevant against the skeletons because it does extra damage, so maybe we have him keep a hold of that. Slingers don't seem that appealing. So that would give me room for like 2 Doomflayers and 1 Globadier. Do I want another Globadier? Maybe. So it'll let me do 2 Flayers, 2 Globadiers.
I order scurry move. The council's voice. Clanmores. What now?
Huh. It gave me more movement speed because I got rid of some units.
Warlord Queek Heteka.
Seems kind of odd.
Queek is here. A magic stick. We go stalking.
Now, one of these is anti-large. I think these are still pretty good against large, and I'm not that worried. I don't think they don't. It's mostly Saurus. Like, yes, they do have the big, like the dinos, but we have 3 halberds that can help deal with that. Dang, those have way more melee defense than your normal halberd. So I think I'd rather go for these. Okay, so that's definitely going to be a bit more expensive, but that should help us out a lot. Kind of diversify our threats a little bit. You know, ideally maybe one more sniper, but we're not going to have that for a few turns. I don't even know if I can afford to upgrade that right now.
Are not content.
Oh, can we get one more? We've already got our 2 engineers. Wait, oh yeah, because of this one. This one counts towards your limit temporarily.
The doom comes.
Okay, and then this guy.
Dreaded one.
We did lose a loyalty because we got rid of some of his stuff.
Scurry forward.
Do we want to go ahead and hire? Now, if we're sitting in this town, that will help with public order, and we can hire next turn. I think we're pretty much resigned to losing Numos again.
Priest King, prostrate yourself before.
So we do. We'll think about it. We do have some options. We can just chill. I don't like chilling with an army that's this expensive. You know, with a bunch of Skaven slaves, that's one thing, but a 2,000 gold army, I don't like sitting here.
Scream.
So we'll try to prepare the army. I think if we get a couple of Doomflayers, couple of Globadiers, maybe. We could maybe even just get rid of this Warp Lightning Cannon. It's like, would I rather have a Warp Lightning Cannon or would I rather have a Doomflayer? And I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have a Doomflayer. Because this is just like, it's okay, but it's just so bad around hills. There's not a good upgrade path for it. The Bombardiers are also much cheaper. Oh, actually cannot hire more Bombardiers because we have the maximum amount. So maybe that's an argument for mixing in Globadiers then. The Globadiers do give that little debuff. I forgot there's the cap system, so... Okay, I'll tell you what, let's
Scum away.
do a Globadier then. That way, this guy can get one of the Bombardiers also.
Harbinger of doom.
So, getting... Is there a cap on flares?
Time to eat leaders.
There's 2. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to hire Doom Flayers either. But I need those 2 in this army. I don't know. This is where the cap system starts to get interesting. Will it let me hire them? Let me...
All hail Horned Rat.
I have something that's giving me extra for that. Warp Lightning Cannon. Warp Lightning Cannon. I don't know why I'm able to get more Doomflayers.
Horned am I. Let the bell scream.
Are the caps broken here? Or what? Was it Doom Wheel? Is that what had the cap and Doom Flayers don't? Oh, +2 Doom Wheel. Okay, so Doom Flayers do not have a cap. Okay. Alright, well, we don't need to hire those
Clay, harbinger of doom.
yet then, I don't think. I mean, maybe we do. It's like, how much is waiting another turn for the public order worth getting ahead of the game? Maybe we can just go ahead and try to make a move on here.
The Vermintide.
Oh, okay, yeah, we just can't hire anymore. Okay, if we're waiting anyways for more stuff, we might as well just chill. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the books too. It's just too much gold.
All hail Horned Rat.
Okay, so they are going to... They're going to take this, and we're going to have to re-siege him. Pretty much is what that's going to come down to. Alright. Sorry, I know that was... You know... Just a bunch of calculations. Okay, we won't upgrade that. Okay. We'll make sure we get a fight in here. I think we're going to get a big Lizardman fight near the end of this episode. With our new toys with Queek over here. Dang. Dwarfs are... Those dwarfs are assimilating. We've got all the dwarfs. I am surprised Doomflayers don't have a cap. It's a tier 4 unit. It's pretty strong. Seems a little weird. Especially, like, if you have warp lightning cannons have a cap, those aren't even that good compared to catapults, which also don't have a cap. And, like, warp fire throwers taking 3 turns and having a cap is ludicrous. Where is this? Eternal Springs of Life. Okay, so we could do supply theft. It's like, who cares, man? I mean, if I was getting that income, if it was income from all buildings minus 10%, and I get it, if I was actually stealing it, then yeah, I'd probably, you know, do some of that, but... Okay. Pestilence scheme unlocked, alright.
My faith in you wanes.
Okay, let me just see, what do they have?
My
So one thing, if you don't know this, you can just right-click them with your town to fight them, and then just cancel it, and it'll show you their whole army. Or you could, like, walk an army out of your town, attack them to check it out, and then just retreat and run back into your town, just to sort of see what they have, just to get some intel. Okay, so just mostly a bunch of tier 1 skeletons. And these are vulnerable to fire, so that, once again, those little fire dudes are going to be pretty good here.
Smell. Taste battle. Good, good.
Decline attack. Remember in the base game when it first came out, it was like 15% on supply lines, which I could do. I mean, you could make happen. You just had to, you know, it was a lot of dealing with back doors. It's just like running around. See, this is already, like, they've already done some of the shrubbery and artwork and stuff out here, which leads me to believe this is where Warhammer 3 is going to be. Would not be surprised at all if there was, like, a road or something here, like if they just remove this mountain and you can run right in through this into Warhammer 3 territory. There's somewhere over here where that's even more obvious. I mean, you know, right here, you know, they've already done the coastline and stuff like that. It's just like, I feel like almost 100% this is going to be where the new Warhammer 3 stuff is, or part of it at least. Because, you know, over here, they don't define any, like, shorelines or anything. It's just smoky, and it's the edge of the map, you know. But, like, over here, yeah, that is where a lot of that stuff is. There's some place, I forgot, over here where there's, like, already a ramp. I don't know if we can see it through the fog, but... anyways, okay.
Lord of the Glade.
They're trying to siege that with those units? Bro, that ain't gonna work.
I had taken
A couple of turns here.
untrusted worm.
Venomous
Poison
blades
after.
for poison, which is pretty good. I think we'll go with that. Basically lowers their damage by 20%, which is nice. So one more turn. Wow, we're not going to be able to run over there, huh?
Grace here. I arrive. Have slaves bow bow.
Okay, so we'll just wait until they recruit, and then we can recruit here. So we're going to get a bombardier, 2 flayers. And that's basically it. A bombardier and 2 flayers. Right here, we need to recruit a plague
Watch your back,
priest.
Tile.
Sharp teeth deter. Okay, so these all kind of suck. I guess that guy's the least bad.
Plague priest. Lord of decay.
We're actually going to need 2 plague priests, probably, because we need 1 to crack the walls. Well, do we really need to crack the walls, honestly? I mean, yes, it's obviously good, but... I mean, we can just break the walls with our artillery, too. Like, usually,
What?
there's only so much you can fire onto the rafters, and then you just break the walls with the artillery.
Pox rats.
How much? They're 400 a turn, too. We don't need one with this army, because he's a Gracier.
Seers.
Um,
Pestilence comes.
So I guess... yeah, do I want to pay 480 just to crack walls every time? Probably not, just because, once again, I think we can just break the walls with the
Mighty warrior
catapult.
champion.
Although we don't have as many. You know, we will have to waste a decent chunk of ammo doing that, but... I think it's probably fine. So I am going to kind of miss, like, the Warpfire Cannon for being able to break open the door and help us crack the walls, but I don't know, maybe we should just level up that Plague Priest. What are his other things? So he's
Should
got...
kill when get chance.
I mean, it would level up the Plague Priest too, just by running around cracking walls, if we just made one that just had, you know, damage walls, plus Specialist for the money, and then we get, you know, just some more Pestilent Breath, more Vermintide. I mean, having 2 priests in an army and just doing double Vermintide, maybe that's not bad.
Soon.
It's just, it's so expensive. Like, this is going to cost 250, that's 5, it's like 900 extra gold. And then this, you know, hiring the stuff over here is going to be another 900 gold. Yeah, I think we'll just probably wait.
Read Warp Scroll.
Okay, and we're going to use this guy to go try to scout out Skaven Blight, and then we can put him in one of these places. We might actually go for Ulth 1. I know it sucks. It's going to take forever to run over there, but we kind of need to do it at some point. It's just the best place.
Wear no furs. Queek.
Where do we put him in? I think we just get rid of a clan rat. Much as I hate to do it, 'cause they're so cheap. I mean, they're such a good bargain, but they're just not raw power, you know? We need to start getting some food, too. Food is definitely becoming an issue here.
You challenge me? I am Queek. Warm blood in my tail.
No. Well done, Goof. I might have let you live. Probably not, but there's a chance, if they didn't mess with me, that I could have just killed the Tomb Kings instead and run north and just let them chill, but realistically, I was probably going to kill them. You just don't want to leave that kind of vulnerability near your capital. Someone who could go hostile with you. You could also do these Queek quest battles here pretty soon. Yeah, we're just gonna give that up. It's fine. It's annoying, but yeah, Necrotic Brotherhood about to get shanked. Wait, what? Right for taking. Oh, what? So that's really far north. I've never seen this before. Okay, but I can pay 5 food over so many turns to take the property. My food is getting, like, really low, though. Which is going to have... But we're potentially going to be able to kill... I'm going to try it. I mean, it might be fool's gold. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it.
Northmen come!
Just give a sight of Hell Pit. I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. That if somewhere gets burned, then maybe there's a probability that I get to look at it.
Must spread our own corruption.
Do I even want to pay for that? I mean... It's probably a terrible idea, but like if it lets me see these guys, maybe no, they don't like us. I honestly just wanted to see what would happen with that. If I can see those Skaven, maybe if Hell Pit is like in big trouble, they might want to ally with me. I would have to hire a lord up here,
Where
probably,
shadow, horned rat.
to spot him. Hell Pit, this area would be harder to manage. But... I don't know what Hell Pit gives you. Like, it's obviously a landmark for Skaven, but I don't know, like, the bonuses.
Need more trophies, yes. Keep Gracious scum away. Run for Moors. Raid, hunt, find. The bubonic clan. The plague wind comes. 8 Peaks is mine.
Okay, and so... what do we want to do here?
Enchiladas too strong?
Yeah, I guess we just stay the course, so...
We stalk, yes.
Let's go for a third Doom Wheel. 3 seems like a lot. I feel like 2's a good number. Could just go for one more Globadier. I don't think those are as good against sort of what they have going on. I think in the base game they only had like 14 ammo though, so getting more ammo is very good, but we're not upgrading the weapons team just yet because that's expensive, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go into the negative money, so we can't really afford that. Is this gonna be enough to beat him though? Those are very, very expensive. I mean, could just throw down one more. Those are expensive. Just trying to think if I can actually win a siege battle against those guys. $700 plus, so we're gonna be like 1,600 in depth to do that, or in debt to do that, not in depth. Wait, no, yeah, we need to go like, yeah, that, I think, yeah. Well, we're committing to it. We better be able to beat him. I'm not entirely sure if we can, but we're gonna try. Okay, next turn we should get some kills in here.
Warrior champion.
We should get some money.
My Venus, the convention is to bow.
Oh, you can't.
I suggest you.
Can't do anything with them. Okay, Emery.
You come before greatness. It is normal to fear. This night, why do come?
Just can't get free money from people right now. Okay. This food situation is starting to get kind of rough also. Alright, let's do it. I don't know why I took that deal up there, man. Well, I do know. I just wanted to see what it would do. Oh, wow. Last defenders are getting destroyed. What is that? Is that like... Teotihuacan?
I do not care about them.
I think the Grey Seers should be able to beat the other dudes. Now, if they take that town, I think I can hit that town in one turn from Karag Orand. Or whatever my capital here is. About to be a rebellion there, okay. Defile Sotek's realm. Raid it? Okay, we can probably do that.
Need more trophies, yes.
Yeah, it should be an auto-resolve.
Please,
I don't know where his other army... His other army might be dead. They're pretty weak right now.
Soon now. Slice and gouge. I challenge, kill,
I think
kill.
I mean, we're gonna murder him. I'm just gonna auto-resolve
Swell
it.
the hordes of Moors.
A little bit more... A little more damage than I would have liked, but... Probably still deal with it. Yes. No loot bonus.
Over city.
Yeah, give me that delicious sack.
Feel power of head taker. Warlord Queek head taker.
Just mine all mine is what we've been working on. The post-battle loot. Or engineering skill. I mean, maybe we should probably get engineering skill and get to this stuff. I guess. It does help out with Doom Wheels, too.
Tell Nordwell of Queek's victory.
Okay, so we got mobility. Now we need... Arms dealer is really good. Extra powder, though, is... I mean, that's legit. We got to get extra powder. So I think just ballistics instructor...
Fight me, fight Queek. Challenge me, me. More head skulls.
Where are they raiding? Oh, they must be like right here or something. Just off camera. Okay, we'll let that place stay. We're gonna get attacked there in a little bit.
Let the bell scream, scream.
Okay, that gives us some more breathing room with cash. Let's make sure that he has all the mobility, because some of these things I just don't care about. Like, yes, this wasn't in my inventory. So I should have double-checked that before. Okay, that's fine.
dreaded one.
Start the wall.
War block. Chaos.
I have no vision of anything.
This is
Well, I guess that's because we don't have, like... Okay, we need to put this in there just so that we have vision of at least our area.
Marauders all!
How do they feel about us? Do I see them? Where are they? Wait, am I just blind? Wintertooth.
I rule!
Well, they kind of like us. Not really. Okay. That might be it for this episode. Sorry, I don't know. Maybe I go a little bit longer and try to just get a fight here. Maybe we go for Lamia. It's probably going to be a tough siege. Maybe we can crack the walls with our wizard since he doesn't have much magic right now. Give everybody a big hug. Oh, my boys are gone. Necrotic Brotherhood, okay. We are paying the price on this food. This is 10% extra campaign movement range. We basically paid 4 food per turn to buy it. Oh. Who's going after Numos?
Do not betray your king.
Okay, so I think we kill this rebellion and then we come over here. Is there any way we can get a fight this episode, though? Like, a real one? Can we hit them in one turn? We can actually hit them in one turn if we're crazy. Okay, so let's walk up to here. That's the movement I'm talking about. Ooh.
Priest king of greatest dynasty.
We have 2% left. Now this is where it becomes very relevant that I do not have lightning strike and that instead I have ambush, because I can't reach him to ambush him, so he's gonna get to reinforce.
Submit to your king.
Now they have Tomb Swarm, which is like decent AoE damage. They have 2 of those. They have Sand Veil on that guy, and then of course they have a Shop T. They have the swirling sands or whatever. Lamia usually has a pretty good garrison as well. I'm just seeing if they have any extra buffs or bonuses. Okay, so he does have that big army. Now, if I would have known that was there, I could have attacked him. I guess I should have scouted with my hero first. I'm pretty sure I would have had the movement. Maybe not, because this is kind of like rough terrain. So 5 Tomb Guard. Those are way, way better than Clan Rats. But those are not spears. These halberds are. Whoa. Okay, so 7 Tomb Guard. 2 with halberds. Now those are going to be a little spooky against. Halberds are always like 15, right? 20. Bonus versus large.
Find my heart.
Okay, his personal units are trash.
Attend your king, slaves.
It's going to be 27 plus 20. That's 47 units. He has 4 Ashopti, which are very scary against infantry.
No, no!
I'm not technically at war with them. I don't think, right? Nah, they're actually sort of okay with me. Like, I really want to force a fight, because I told you guys I want a manual fight this episode, but at the same time, it seems like that would almost be suicide. If I could ambush the dude on the outside, knock him out, and then take the inside, maybe. Like, that's a really good garrison against what I've got. 3 Ashopti, 7 Tomb Guard. They've got Tomb Swarm. They get to summon an extra Ashopti. They've got these Screaming Skull catapults, which are just going to be raining down. We don't have our good wizard yet. This guy's pretty weak, so we don't have our Gracier dude with us this time. I mean, Queek is strong. I mean, the catapults are good, but they can only do so much.
Clan Moors! Quick moves!
These guys might come at us and
Need
hit
more
us.
trophies, yes, yes. Off ship, raid, raid. All hail Horned Rat.
Losing 2,000 gold a turn right now.
Battle fight. Council demands. Release free. Other plans. Release them. Yes, yes. Feed them warpstone and release.
-4 leadership. Okay.
Thanks to my plan. Victory.
Warpstone. Yeah, we're going for these cost reduction methods.
Master.
I forbid this.
Can't raid my own property. It's 50% for that. Guess we could go like right here, maybe. Ambush stance. And then that way, you know, maybe they won't see us. Try to come take this. Okay, so that's all good. That's all good. Do we want to upgrade this? 150 over that many turns? I don't think so. Now, one thing I am interested in, though, is upgrading this, which is expensive, but that'll also give us a technology that's really important to allow us to start getting volatile plants. Okay, so we can go ahead and grab this. I mean, we can just grab each one of these probably and just get the 4 food going every turn. 4 food generated. Okay.
Great victory. Good.
I don't really like even doing the plague, because then it makes me not want to, like, siege an area, you know, because we do get 10 food a turn if we do this. 3,000 gold's a lot, though. Okay, this dude should be on track. Yeah, he'll just move at the end of the turn. I guess we can go ahead and move him now. It's probably faster. I don't know if it's faster to, like, try to go on land and then run over there to see him, or just to stay in the ocean. Probably just to stay in the ocean. Still don't see anything up here. I think we got one more turn. Let's do it. So sorry, I know this is a bit of a longer episode, but I really want to give you at least one manual fight. I hate episodes where I don't have any fights, because I know that's what most people like to see the most. Okay, they're gonna go for it? No, they're gonna run. Okay. Bunch of cowards. I mean, they are right to be afraid, but it's like, come on, man. Hopefully that doesn't have walls.
I do not care about dead things. Speak.
No, you might be on my hit list soon, bruh. Not doing anything to Queek. Your hero has like minus 50% chance or whatever to do whatever shenanigans you're trying to do to me. That is very, very nice about Queek, because they can spam heroes on you and it just won't matter. Probably, because they're going to have such a low percent chance to like block your movement, or... That's really the most annoying one they could do these days. They used to be able to assassinate lords, which would just wound them for like 5 turns, but it was still really obnoxious. I remember there's like a vampire count campaign that I did where it was like just about every turn. You know, every time they woke up from being wounded, they got wounded again immediately by the enemy hero. Like, I was locked out of using one of my key lords for like 20 turns or something. It was ridiculous. Okay, so they did take the bait. I hope it's bait. I mean, I guess we'll find out if I get killed or not there. But that's guaranteed one good fight we can do right there. Numos is still getting sieged by somebody, presumably Big Papa. I'm not blanking on his name. Cetra. Okay. They're just passing back and forth that property there with my Skaven stuff on it.
You smell of...
Okay, sure. Hope if they go for that down there, that's going to be annoying.
I, Bishop of Decay.
Okay, doesn't look like they're going for it right now. Okay, so we can kill the dude outside the town, and we can hit the town up. That's going to be tricky. We're going to have to think about that. That's a lot of units. But I think we should be able to hit this one up. So let's go ahead and hit this up. We'll get a good fight in here. I know this is going to be like an hour and 30-minute episode, so, you know, that's rough, but it's just how it is. We got this rebellion we need to contend with also, but let's go ahead and do this.
Order, listen, stalk.
Now, it shouldn't really be worth anything, so I don't know if we need to sack it, but we do have the movement to sack if we want.
Rat mage.
Alright, let's try it out. I think we should be able to do this. They don't think so. Huh, wow. We'll see. I mean, it's not Queek, but...
Back!
I think we're very heavily favored here, but maybe not. Dude, some of these, like... So this is in August of 2019. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But, like, some of these yields on these, just as a random aside, on, like, treasuries are ridiculous, man. It's because there's so many, like, international investors. They're just, like, there's just nowhere else good that you can put your money. Like, certain bonds in some countries are just, like, negative yield, which is, like, you literally pay them to keep your money in the bank. It's like you would actually make more money just by, like, taking your money out of the bank and just putting it in a mattress. Like, because you wouldn't have to pay for a bank to hold your money.
What?
It's dumb. And, like, the, you know, the U.S.
What orders?
right now, like, the 30-year, like, a 30-year bond is less than 2%, which is just, like, unfathomable. Basically locking your money up for 30 years to get a 2% yield.
What?
Like, the 3-month yield is more than 2%. So basically, you could just keep your money in a U.S. Treasury bond for 3 months and make more money in that 3-month period than you would, you know, holding it, committing it for over a 30-year period.
Ready!
Okay. Like, that's, I know, I understand flight to safety, like, people are unsure about stuff, but that's taking it, like, really, really far, I think. Okay.
Guide us, Horned One.
But, you know, that's mostly big money institutions, you know,
Yes!
mutual funds, banks, stuff like that. They can only hold certain kinds of things.
Stop!
So, you know, they're just required to put it in something safe. Like, they can't really, I don't think they're allowed to do things like options or futures.
Poor leaders, hear me!
Anyways, yeah, this fight should be pretty straightforward. I mean, we're just gonna light them up. They don't have any tactical diversity whatsoever. I don't think they have any horses. They got nothing. It's a bunch of skeletons. They're getting ripped up by my artillery. Soften them up. Summon the rats on them.
Council's command! There he is! Tail sessions! Your desire! Yes! Fight! Attack! Attack! Clan rats! Repeat your dust! I see all. Doomslayer! Faster! Scurry!
Yeah, those got delivered.
March, scurry, gas! Die! Quick! Get to the end! Murder! Kill! Spears! Stabber!
He's freaking Rashopti, man.
Good!
these Globadiers are just ripping them up.
Retreat, retreat! Yes, yes! Play for catapult! Attack! Attack! Now the warp spell! Forward, backwards! At once! It shall be done! Scupper down!
Where are those things?
Bombardier! Stab, stab! Attack! Charge! Now, ready, now! What? Die, things! Our tile's yours! Die, die, die! Hasten, hurry!
How did they get those to run?
Bong, bong! Yes, yes! Globadier! Scream, move, move! Stab the stab! Creep and a car!
Do not let them get on my artillery. I don't know why all my dudes all of a sudden started running. It must, maybe I hit them with my own catapults or something. Just lit them up. I don't know.
Then leap! Great, great, yes!
That tomb swarm. Holy crap. Dude, there's no way. Actually, there's no way I'm losing. Whoa.
Fight back!
Like, the only way, like, they're doing any damage is just with, like, the tomb swarm, right?
Now! Ready now! Grey Seal! What orders? All rats will! Scream regatta crack! Quick, quick! Die, die! Greatest of magic users! Now, move! Bombardiers! Fight, attack! Stop and go! Yes, kill! What orders? Slake! Will we obey? Scurry race! Sticker leap! Freeze! Fire again! Attack charge! Counselors, come on! Move! Good, master! Onwards! Scamper, go! Skitter and leap!
Tell where I'm supposed to go with those. Okay, come on. Do they just have something? Do they have, like, an item that causes terror? Is that what it was? I just got terror bomb?
Ready! Hasten! Hurry! Faster! Scurry! Agree! And skitter! At once! Claw catapult!
Okay, so where are the cat? Okay.
Agreed! Yes!
I wish you... Is there a button you can press that's just, like, get back on the item? I think you have to click on it,
Good, master!
though. Yeah, I think we won that pretty decisively. They did get on my grace here, which was kind of annoying. Get off a couple of years.
Retreat!
Gotta get off one more tomb swarm. Or whatever that is.
Retreat! We obey!
I don't really think it was that close. I mean, we had a lot of juice left. Yeah, wow. Yeah, these things, they put up some numbers for sure. They actually were they're a lot closer than I thought they were going to be in terms of damage. These used to be pretty bad against, like, just waves of infantry. But yeah, I mean, those are basically like your close range artillery, if you want to think about it like that, sort of, where they just have like a nice arcing shot that's better than and they're just more precise than the catapults. Like, they have better aim than the catapults, but they're obviously very close range. So it's a nice little tandem where you can hit them with this while they're, like, coming in, but then once your infantry lines lock up, then you want a couple of these so that you can just lob those globes right over the infantry line and hit them. It's like the splash off of their projectiles is just so strong. Especially, like I said, this becomes really apparent in sieges. After you clear out the rafters, you can walk up to the walls and throw the globes over the walls to hit that stuff that's like the infantry. It's like hiding like right where the door is. Okay, pretty. Okay, we'll start.
I will touch Black Pillar.
Nice, a little bit of extra armor. Okay. Now let's go
All
ahead.
hail, horned rat.
Occupy. Or could go ahead and kill
All
this
hail,
dude
horned rat.
before he gets bigger. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Attack the things. Battle fight. Council demands.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get them out of there before they get too big. Too big for their britches.
Release free. Other plans.
Nice. Double
Release them. Yes, yes. Blessed by horned rat.
Okay, and that's going to be it before we get to an hour and 30, so next time we'll kick it off. We'll level him up, and then we will likely start the next episode with a fight. Potentially a good fight here. We have some options. I think we're going to go for this, so we'll ambush, kill that guy, and then we just got to calculate and figure out if... It's going to be 35 units, so that's a lot of Saurus. Can we beat 35 units with 20, including like clan rats? If these were all storm vermin, then I would feel a lot better about it, but... Or if this dude was a higher level, although we just got him to level
Should kill when get
1, so that will give us some Vermintide. This is so important, just being able to summon 6 packs of clan rats, even though they decay. They're not as good as normal clan rats because they don't get benefit from all the upgrades. And they're still really, really good. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. We'll measure it out, but anyways. That's going to be it for this episode, so next time, stay tuned.
My servant fails me. This is forbidden.
Oh, they had 220 stacks, okay. So we'll see what we want to do here. We're definitely going to take Quitar, and then we will likely come down here and try to clean this stuff up and stay away from Cetra for now. Although I do want to like have a showdown with him at some point. It would be nice to get a Warp Block Engineer, an additional Warp Block Engineer to put into this army. I like that mix of the Plague Claw Catapult and the Warp Block, or the Bombardier guys. Okay, so anyways, we'll get back at it next time. One final thing, do we have vision up here yet? Sadie, chill. Do we actually see these Skaven? I kind of want to hire a Lord and just run him over here, spot the Skaven, and then run away. Just so I can start doing diplomacy with them, potentially. Okay. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. As always, I appreciate it. Stay tuned for future episodes, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.